Why did this happen? What's rule number one? What's rule number one?
Don't
Never
buy
buy
highs,
low,
don't
sell
sell
high.
at lows.
Buy low, sell high. Buy above highs? No, definitely not that. Buy below lows, sell above highs, right? And don't buy above highs and don't sell below lows. So keeping this in mind, what would you be doing right now?
You shouldn't be buying.
Like live the moment. This is price right now in front of you. What would you be doing to price? You shouldn't be buying. That's one answer, right? And
We will look to sell.
or not buy it. So the rule: if it doesn't save you, if it doesn't make you money, it saves you money. That is crucial, right? To know when to be neutral, or to know when to not be something. Right now, look at this market structure shift. But before we dissect it and see why it happened, right? See maybe one more example of the concept. We've seen a bunch of examples. How do you measure high and low?
20-day if the rate. 20, 40, 60-day if the range.
Right? High or low? 20. Count back. 20, 40, 60. Are we high or low?
High.
Visual. You can tell straight away, right? if you want to really be picky, as some of you probably are, because in 1,000 people, for certain, there's going to be 1 or 2 picky people. There's 60, pretty high. You're definitely not low. So that's measurement number 1. Measurement number 2, the dealing range. Are we high or low? It's actually an OTE, right? Are we high or low?
We are high.
All right. So 2 boxes ticked, and the expansion leg, the swing low, that we're rallying from, the bottom that we're visually rallying from, high, right? As I said before, the first 2 are what matter more to me, right? The third one is just a bonus, just a rough look. I don't even know why I'm mentioning it, but it's there. Third wheeling. So this alone with those measurements allows you to put a sell, right? Or not buy. So if it doesn't make you money, it saves you money. Now, blend this with this market structure shift happening at open the weekly, excuse me. What do you see on the weekly?
A SIBI that was almost traded to previously.
There you go. All right. A higher time frame PDRA is more important than a lower time frame market structure shift, correct? The concept is constantly happening again and again and again. A higher time frame PDRA is more important than a lower time frame market structure shift. So that is how you invalidate. When I said when you see a shift, validate it with a higher time frame PDRA, right? So you'd be selling there, right? And it would have been a fruitful endeavor. Now, this is also a range, yes or no? Everything blends together, and you don't have to know everything. You have to pick one that resonates with you and make it yours, right? So this is a range right now. Am I wrong? Am I right? There's only one correct answer, right? A range. The first breakout for range is almost always a false one, all right? That's another rule of the ranges, which I didn't mention. The first breakout of a range is almost always the false one, if not always, right? So blend that with buy low, sell high. Blend that with the PDRA. Blend that with the measurements of how to measure high and low, and you will definitely not be buying up here. You will be selling or not buying. And the beauty is, after we see, excuse me, after we consider rule number one, we check for a market maker model. Do you see it? So the market maker model is the range low, the first breakout. The range is going to target, what do we say, FX21? There is a stop run that happens at the 50%, correct?
Correct.
What happened here? Stop run, right? Always. There is a, what are the targets of range trading? Target 1.
50% and
Target 1 is
And
the highest,
lower high.
the most likely target is this one, right? The low that caused the purge. That is almost guaranteed, right? That's you'll always find a trade if you target only this. Target 2 is this. Target 3 is this. Always. All right. So let's apply it. Let's apply profiling markets to a more recent price leg, just to keep up with.
Hi, Romeo. Can I ask a question?
Tell me.
Okay. So can you explain a little bit more on how we want to spot that as a useful range, because there are so many swing highs and lows.
Very good. Excellent question. That is a beautiful question, and I thank you for it. Now, because I was going to leave it to y'all to study and trial and error, which is the best teacher. But you asked, so here you go. What do you see here, by the way? What do you see over here? I'm trying to get to the real live calls, but you're pushing me to show you hindsight. So there you go. What do you see over here?
I see that the high keeps rejecting and breaking the lows.
What? No. Right. At this point in time, what would all of you be doing? The answer is for the mic is with you.
Market session shift.
Of course.
Okay.
All right. Any other answers? We have one shift. Any other answers you have?
I would have thought since the market rejected the previous high, it was going to continue lower.
No, forget about me, and forget about what you learned today. In general,
No,
what are you thinking? When
No,
you
this is what I would have thought.
Yeah, it's bearish.
Exactly, and you get wrecked. And just to rub it in, the market would use your stop loss, which would be here, as a support level, right? So that is not a correct way to think. Now, instead of thinking in market structure shifts, first of all, what's rule number one?
Buy low, sell high.
Are we low or high? What are the measurements of high and low?
It's low, I think 20 days low.
68 candles on the weekly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right? So we're low. Dealing range, we're below the dealing range. Right? This was if we were bullish, we'd have an OTE over here to continue, right? We broke through. Took out a liquidity pool. What's the rules of trading highs and lows? Never sell below a low, right? And never buy above a high. And you can see here why. That rhymes, my mistake, right? Yes or no? So rule number one would save you from being bearish down here, right? Now, how do you validate or invalidate a market structure shift?
Time frame.
Who was the person who said he's going to sell this bearish shift? One of you. Was it FX21?
FX21, yeah. I said it looks bearish.
All right, excellent. It looks bearish. Now, confirm. Think of it as a confirmation process, right? Confirm the shift with a higher time frame. So look at the monthly right now, and tell me, do you still think it looks bearish? Right down here. Does it look bearish to you right now at this point in time? Is it bearish or bullish?
If I were looking at the market by myself, yes.
Bearish or bullish?
Bearish.
This is bearish?
To me, yeah.
Why is it bearish to you? A low above a key level. Month 12, core content, right? A low above a key level. And for those of you who are really interested in turtle soup, watch, in addition to the other episodes I recommended, watch month 12, excuse me. So, you're bearish down here? Really? And why? Give me a logical reason why. Any answer? FX21?
Can you guys hear me?
I can't hear you.
You were muted.
You were muted.
Oh, my bad. Was that question for me or everyone?
It's for you because you said you were bearish.
Right. I said if I was looking at this by myself, I would still be bearish.
Why? Because that's wrong, obviously, right?
Right.
Why?
I mean, it is wrong. Yeah.
Why is it wrong? That's the question.
Could I help?
Yeah. I don't have an answer for that, to be honest.
I would have seen like the bullish order block being broken and monthly BISIs being broken, and also recent bearish order blocks being respected.
So you're bearish right now, right?
So I would have been bearish
So what's your condition to be bullish then?
if bullish PD arrays are being respected.
Okay, so we're at one right now. So what's your confirmation? Do you just watch? There's a more detailed surprise than simply PD arrays, right? There's market profiles. There is the data ranges, right? Right over here. If you look back 20, 40, 60, right over here, 60 days right there. We are in a discount, a deep discount, right? We're pretty low, and we're below an old low, which is resting above a higher time frame PD array. That is a recipe for turtle soup every single time, right? And trading ranges in general. What's the rule say about this situation? Let's apply the system, right? It's a system. It's not me and you. It's a system says never sell below the low, right? And never be bearish below low. It says buy the low. And you validate the low with the key level below it, right? As a turtle soup low. This is stuff which you'll trust at the beginning, of course, as indoctrinated market structure shift traders is going to be a bit tough, but with more time, with the concept, with the model, you will grow to trust it, right? The range low, 50%, always, almost always, right? Is the target.
So in this example, say you entered in October and then it went up, right? And you went profit. and then you see price come down one more time, you
Right.
ideally you would have been stopped out at break even, right? But then is the model re-entering at
Depends.
that?
Am I a swing trader? Am I a short-term trader? What am I?
Let's say you're a short-term trader.
Then I look at the weekly profiles, not the daily chart.
Okay.
Right? As a swing trader, entry, range low, target, this high, and this, of course, this imbalance, and the 50% of the range, right? And I'm going to reach entries and targets and stop losses right now, very soon.
Okay.
Finally, let's apply market profiles to ES recently, and one last Bitcoin example, and then we're done. Right? It's been a long session. I hope someone's recording the whole thing. Right?
So, Romeo,
Yes,
is that
it's recorded.
can we easily think like if we saw the market structure shift and then at the daily, then you zoom out to see what weekly and monthly says about that?
All right. So
So is that the how we should think when we see market structure shift?
the market structure, the shift in market structure is only valid in two situations. All right. With an SMT forming at a key level, right? Or if it happens at a key level by itself, right? It's not a random pattern. Not sure if that's your question, because I can't understand what you're saying right now. But that is what I got.
Yeah, because we keep observing that perfect MSS. So I just thinking like if we see the MSS, then we zoom out. We need to see whether it is in discount, 20 days and so on, to validate that it is fake MSS.
Right, exactly. Like this one. What did I say about fake breakouts? About real breakouts, right? They don't really allow you to participate. Just a candle through the level, right? And a retest. So over here, we're breaking highs and we're rejecting lows. You remember, I did want ES to go down to the consolidation, but I mentioned that a weekly rejection block is a liquidity pool and a potential reversal point, right? So breaking the high. And what's the rule of a trending market for those who are following? One basic rule.
Rejecting those breaking
Yes.
lines.
And every dump below a low is to be bought, right? Which is what inspired this idea, blended with what I said before. So while you would see a market structure shift blindly over here, I would see a... it's fucked. Please be fixed. I'm just going to try and fix this. Because if it doesn't, then I can't write. There you go. Gorgeous. So we're breaking highs. So as soon as we dump below a low, what do we expect? We expect a rally. It's that simple, right? And you have your confluence of a higher time frame PD array, right? So we rejected the low, we broke the high. So I have no reason to expect continuation over here. Broke the high, rejected the low into a higher time frame key level. And boom, right? Final example, Bitcoin. Now, this will be a range example and a summary of Turtle Soup setups. So what's happening here? What do you see? Anyone who's, by the way, is anyone still, if you're still recording, please confirm.
Yes, the recording is still on. 5 hours and 20 minutes.
Full HD?
ZHO, yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Full HD, yes.
Yeah, mine's 7 hours.
So you got the pre-market analysis discussions.
A little bit, not by much.
No, not to worry. For all
Okay.
that are watching, all the topics were already discussed, so it's all good.
Yeah, yeah. I just hope that the people who watch later don't miss anything, right?
No, they don't.
All right. So right here we have a range, FX21. This is for you, huh? Right here we have a range, correct? A range high, a clear defined range, a swing low, swing high, right? And you will get to know these ranges more by trial and error, right? There's no the closest I can tell you is market profiles, higher time from PDRA and time, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution.
Was the previous chart that you were showing me, was that ES? I'm running on fumes here, so I couldn't answer the question.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It was ES, but this is a Bitcoin. So we have a clear defined range, right? So what's the logic of what's happening over here? What is the logic of what's happening over here? It's an open question to anyone.
It's building up
Being
liquidity,
accumulated.
mostly below.
What?
It's building up liquidity, so we're expecting a breakout on either side and
Generating
to be a
interest
false breakout.
on both ends of the
The range.
range. Now we have someone going crazy in the DMs. I'm gonna have to ignore them right now.
The Z1 person, the Z1 check there.
What are you saying?
The Z1, the request for the for speaking.
He's saying, why did you delete me? I didn't do anything about what questions 10 times. Why did you delete me? I didn't do anything but try asking questions. Why did you delete me? I didn't do anything but try asking questions 10 times. And then asshole, 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 asshole. So we can ignore that right now. That's not important, right? Let me go.
Oh my god.
Because
Maybe he just got disconnected and didn't notice.
I know, we can ignore him right now. Let me see if I can. There he is. And you didn't pay to talk, my friend. You paid to take the information, all right? As I mentioned in the group, you paid to get the information. To sit down and get some information. That's all there is to it. So I don't owe you anything. I owe you the information, and I gave you more than your 4 hours. I've been here for like 6-7 hours, right? So have some respect. So back to Bitcoin.
Well,
Clear
I wanted to
range.
know, had some questions for the information that you provided.
Exactly. Is that usually one?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, for the questions I've mentioned, that there'll be an FAQ for the most relevant questions. All right. Is that clear?
Yes, very clear, mate.
All right.
It is.
So generating liquidity on both ends of the range, right? Liquidity. So what are the rules of range trading? Again, revision. Rules of range trading. And this is an art in itself. If you try and half-ass a range, you'll get fucked, right? You have to perfect ranges to the point which you can choose the correct range, right? It's ranges are a model by themselves. So if you try and half-ass any model, you'll get fucked. So don't try and half-ass turtle soup. Don't try and half-ass any ICT concept. Don't try and half-ass anything you do, right? In the charts. If you do, you will get wrecked.
When does the range start and end?
Accumulation, manipulation. Is that usually one, by the way?
Yes.
All right. We'll get to that in the FAQ, right? But visually, Z1, when there's a swing low, right, and a swing high, so price does this. It's very characteristic action of a top or bottom, right? So the key level over here, right? So price is rallying, rallying, rallying. And then it has a swing low and a swing high, and then it goes short of the key level and starts chopping around. That's a range, right? Accumulation. You wait for manipulation and distribution. Power of 3, right? From the lens of ranges.
Can I interrupt?
No. Rules of ranges. Rule number 1. I mean, if it's an important question, you can go ahead.
Okay, that's an intermediate high. You're saying.
What do you mean?
You said earlier in your tweets, back in the day, that
Right.
intermediate high can be taken like a turtle soup, but it can be run.
Intermediate term highs are also a tool to measure order flow, to probe order flow. All right? Same as order blocks, FPGs, and highs and lows.
Can I provide an example?
Sure.
On UJ, the last week, the intermediate high was taken, but not the high of the week.
Taking
But yeah, it was,
see, a high or low is either rejected or broken. All right? A high or low is either rejected or broken. So which high? Tell me times.
it's the UJ. Hold on, let me get it on my computer. I'll show you. Hold on.
All right. Meanwhile, that's kind of a customized question, Z1. So we proceed with the teaching, and we can answer the question later on, right? So rules of
Okay.
trading ranges. What is it? Buy range low, sell range high, right? Don't sell range ho. Range ho. You can sell range hoes. Don't sell range low, and don't buy range high. Right? Never play with the 50% of the range. And I can't emphasize this enough. If you can't profile the market, or if you try half-assing profiling the market, then you'll get wrecked. Right? Practice, practice, practice until you get it right. Not on social media, by yourself and a journal. Never play with the 50% of the range. With the 50% of the range. Right? And the targets of a range trade is going to be, what are the targets of a range trade? The mic is yours, everyone.
First target 50%.
One by one.
Low that push the range high or low. First target.
Right? Target 1 is, it's kind of a minus answer, but it's okay. Target 1 is the high and low that cause the purge. Right? Target 2 is the 50% off the range. Target 3 is the opposing end of the range. Correct? Correct. I'm saying correct to myself. So, we're generating interest as market makers above this high and below this low. We go and break one end of the range. Everyone and their mother is bearish down here. But if you think of it, we've been accumulating for 4 months, generating interest. And usually, another rule, my bad, the most important one is the first breakout of a range is usually the false one. Right? Manipulation, accumulation, manipulation. So when you see this, you see a shift, and I see logic. You see shift in structure. I see accumulation, manipulation, generating interest, liquidity pools, right? And time. Gathering stops from here. Target 1 is this. Target 2 is this. Target 3 is this, right? At least. And of course, target 4, which I'll keep which I'll let you figure out, is up here. Was up here from down here. Imagine. So from down here, I'm saying we're gonna go to 32K. How? Go figure, right? From this range low, the target and the eye was on these highs. Everyone, of course, became bullish when he broke the structure. But I had my eyes on that level since 16K. Why? Good luck finding out, right? But as a range trade, right? As a range, it's not that difficult.
Can you tell us why?
It's a liquidity. Is that Z1 again?
Yeah.
All right. Liquidity pools, my friend. Go and watch month 5. The answer is there, right? So gather the liquidity from down here and distribute it to here and here. And of course, as expected, nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary. Now, everyone would be selling this as a FPG, yes or no? You guys?
Most everyone.
Yes.
Without a
Except
doubt.
those who trade logic and narrative, not patterns. Logic is saying we've been accumulating and generating interest on both ends. The first breakout is usually false, right? So I was not bearish at here, not even one. I was trying to be bearish. Right? I'm seeing everyone saying 10K. I'm trying to reason with them, but it's not how price moves. Again, it goes back to intuition, right? It's not how price moves. It can't continue downwards. Range low. All that happened was nothing out of the ordinary, as expected, right? And there you go. So this is classic range trading, which is my bread and butter, right? And here's a little, check this out. Go to the monthly. We said stop runs happen at what level? Stop runs, they happen at the
3%.
Equilibrium.
Exactly. Stop runs for what? For continuation, correct? So let's look at the monthly expansion leg. Again, notice most of the work I'm doing is on the higher time frame because that's the key. That allows you to enter on the lower time frame. So you have this parallel channel, probably something you haven't seen before. Now, where did the stop run happen? 50%, right? So we had a fake bottom, a false bottom. The same logic I showed you in the beginning in a drawing, and then Z1 told me to show him the chart, and I did, and it's here again, right? Fake bottom, false breakout at 50% in the monthly FVG. That in itself is a model, a turtle soup at 50%, right? Turtle soup, 50% continuation. So that was the reason why, well, one of the many reasons, not the only reason, obviously. There is plenty. There's a lot. There is a lot. So the point being, range, right? Clear defined range right here, right? Look at this. This is a classic range. I just chopping around with a clear high and with an obvious high and a high over here and an obvious low, generating liquidity on both ends, transferring liquidity using the range rules from range low to range high, right? Range low, chop around. Again, rejection of this low. Why is this rejection? Because rejection is the refusal to expand above a high or below a low. Rejection is the refusal to expand above a high or below a low. And comes standard. That's simply how the markets book liquidity pools, right? Transferring liquidity pools from one end of the range to another, from high to low, to high to low, to low to high to low, etc.
So you wouldn't consider the downfall from that range, right?
What do you mean?
From
what
where
do you
you
mean?
considered the first of all the consolidation from, was it January 1st in the middle of January?
Can you rephrase the question? It's not clear.
You wouldn't consider that downfall from a where that there's like two big
This you mean, right?
candles
This,
to the left,
this,
left,
this,
left. Keep going,
this,
keep going.
this.
Yeah, you want to consider that and the one on above it as a
You mean
range,
this?
right? Yeah.
It is a range. It is a range. Yeah. Some ranges are more valid than the others.
So you would say it's broken.
Broken what?
It's a broken range. Like it
Why? You mean this, right? This is a broken range. This.
well further down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You mean this over here?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. With your logic, although I don't draw a range this way, you can consider it, and it is on its way to 32,000, right? That's the drawn liquidity for Bitcoin. Is these highs over here? These two?
Right.
Tell me.
Well, before that is the range, but before that, there is a higher range, so that is a broken
That is
range.
correct.
But
And that range was broken, truly, because ranges can be falsely broken or truly broken, right?
right.
So,
So right now,
and how do you differentiate between a false breakout and a true breakout? This is crucial because these are mistakes which you'll make, right? Range
Right.
trading, if you choose to use it as your model, these are mistakes. That's a smart question, right? If only you didn't call me an asshole, right? That'd be nicer.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. But mistakes you'll make during trading ranges is simply market profiles, right? So over here, the profile is bearish, right? Rejecting highs, breaking lows. Yes. So this should be no different. Breaking. As soon as we start rejecting highs and lows at the same time, we're ranging. Write that down, right? As soon as we reject highs and break lows at the same time, we are ranging. Right? Here's a visual. As soon as we reject highs and break lows, as happened in this range, right? Rejecting highs and lows, yes or no? That is a range. So I will make some YouTube videos, I think, to solidify the concept in your heads, because you'll have the inner workings of the concept, right? And you can watch them and practice with them. But this is the main idea, right? Accumulation, a logic accumulation, interest up and below. Because every 3 months, every 3 or 4 months, there's a shift, a quarterly shift. And the purpose of the quarterly shift is, it's not random. It's to provoke and invoke sentiment change. This is what happened to me. That's what I was thinking as we dug below this range low at the time, right? And of course, the callers on Twitter. I'm not going to be tagging this one, but this range low, this turtle soup right here. This is turtle soup, right? I'm saying range this, range that. Turtle soup, right? Range low. Boom. Call on Twitter right here. Right. And again, another turtle soup down here also. And this turtle soup from this range high to the mid range, we said that the stop runs occur at 50%, right? 50% of the range is the stop run zone. So we have one stop run here. Boom, false breakout. And that is also a reason why I anticipated the stop run right here. 50%, stop run, continuation. That in itself is a model. So that is pretty much all there is to ranges. There is a bit more. There's always more. There's always more. It's never enough, right? There's always something is slipping in the mind, which comes out when you ask questions. Right? It's hidden in the back of my head. So you'll never get 100%. It's not possible unless you've seen and traded as many ranges as I have. Right? And good luck with that.
Hey Romeo, so that range that you're using, what time frame is that? Because it seems like it's like a 2-day that you're using. Is that like a monthly range or weekly?
One day, take, be happy. How's that? One day. It's a ranging. It's a market profile range, right? Ranging profile. Simply visually, only price wise, with no time involved, right?
So you drew that out before it took the low, right?
Of course, it's like this. See, if you've been following on Twitter, any of you, then you've seen me call ranges, right? I'll post some. Let me see if I can post what it looks like before and after, right? Eyeing it. Open the group chat, all of you.
Yeah.
Right. This is what it looks like before and after, right? When you're live, and a bonus, I'm going to show it to you on a 1 minute time frame. Now, my lower time frame findings, I probably won't be teaching them to anyone, right? But here is a 1 minute range, which I traded. Here, take the method. This is step 1, right? On Twitter. And then you have 2. Right?
So you're just watching like which side it would take, right?
Nah. If you think like that, you're gonna get wrecked. There's always an element of time involved, a higher time frame PDRA, and market profiles.
That's wrong.
Right? It's those things. Market profiles, a higher time frame PDRA, and time. Here's another one on NASDAQ. This is recent, so it's kind of cool to see. That was a 1 minute, some noise on lower time frame. You have this, right? Now, range trading.
Sorry, is it just frozen for me, or are you guys seeing it?
Buying it. And what happened from there?
He's on his phone posting in the group photos. That's why the mouse isn't moving.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's right. Thanks for understanding. And then you have this, right? So you see? Bread and butter. Mine at least. Now this is... Let me check. See if I can write some other ones too. Again, you have on the lower time frame 1 minute, which I engage in sometimes myself, right? These are all on Twitter for you to go back and look at. Range low. Check this out before you ask a question. Right? Range low to range high. Right? Range low, range high. Right? I'm not sure how that ended, of course, but just popped up.
Yeah, I wondered how you did it low time frame, because I always see you do it high time frame.
Lower time frame, same thing, but a bit more precision element with the time of day, but pretty much the same thing, right? Look for times where the daily range is going to cap or the low of the day is going to form, right? Or an OTE as well.
Is this where you use the central bank dealing range?
Here's another 1 minute, right? Always the same thing, right?
Right.
So this is range trading. My bread and butter.
And what time zone what time frame did you draw that first line on your this last photo?
1 minute.
Well, the candle, what time is that?
4 p.m. 4 p.m.
So are you using intervals of like 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 p.m.?
You can use a bunch of stuff. See, I'll give you some. The same thing which I say on Twitter, which is I look for 3 turtle soups a day at least, right? One at 3 to 5 for the daily range. Now that you asked, 3 to 5, 1:30, and 4 p.m. Right? If I get it, good. If I don't get it, then great. But the confluence has to be the market structure, aka profile, right? The higher time frame PD array, and the time of day. So
It just can't be some like you can't just pull it out of your ass and shit.
if you try and put, I'll show you what happens if you fuck up a range, just to scare you off, all of you.
Yeah, do it.
If you try and trade a range without profiling the market, you can end up like this and say, fuck Romeo, fucking scammer. Look at this. This, right? Range low, fuck, wrecked. Right? Why? Because the market is predisposed to go down. It's breaking lows and rejecting highs. Any bullish pop above a high in a downtrend is to be smacked back down, right? What is this?
Did you share? I don't think you shared it.
Did you what?
I don't think you shared it to the chat.
No, it's on the
Can you see
on the
the
Telegram.
can you see the screen? Bitcoin?
Oh, my bad.
It's in the live stream, yes.
All right, so bullish pop, smack down. Bullish pop, smack down. Right? Downtrend. Bearish order flow. Bullish pop, smack. They probe the order flow with order blocks, right? I probe them with highs and lows, right? Bullish order flow, bullish pop above a high, smack down. So I probe the market profile. So you don't just blindly do this. When you see it rejecting both the low and the high, that's a range, right? Rejecting lows over here and rejecting highs as well at the same time. That's a range. And the opposite is over here, right? Over here you have the turtle soup rejecting lows and breaking highs. Rejecting lows over here, turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle soup over here. You see this? Final turtle soup. So this is how turtle soup works, right? And how to choose the correct range with a higher time frame key level supporting you. So, in summary of turtle soups and what type of shapes they come in, I've posted a tweet before. Turtle soups. God damn, that's a lot of hours. But whatever, who cares? The important thing is the information gets to you and you leak it, as some of you are going to do. Turtle soups. They come in 3 shapes. 1, a continuation, right, of the trend market profile. 2, a range. So there's always an opportunity somewhere, right? A range. And 3, a reversal. Horrible 3. 3 is a reversal. Disgusting here, right? Continuation, range, reversal. Example, what kind of turtle soup is this? Mic is open to everyone.
That is a
Continuation.
Very good.
Discount. Yeah. Oh, whatever.
Not whatever. Continuation.
I was gonna say it was a premium discount. It just
No. I'm talking about the kinds of turtle soups, right? It's a continuation turtle soup, which goes like this, right? Uptrend, turtle soup, uptrend, turtle soup, uptrend. This is the key, the types. Study this very hard, right?
Okay.
Tape read it. Ranging turtle soups, range low, range high, and reversal turtle soups at a higher time period rate, right? All these have in common a higher time frame PD array or a key level. At this point, I don't even care anymore about the handwriting. So continuation, right? Continuation. And then what is this kind of turtle soup right here?
Reversal.
Very good. Excellent. at a key level, a previous 6-month high, right? It's always perfect. You have to be in sync. That's the thing. So what kind of turtle soup are these?
Continuation.
Continuation, right? Continuation. So
Yeah,
consolidation,
Romeo.
consolidation, turtle soup expansion, consolidation, turtle soup expansion, consolidation, turtle soup expansion, continuation, turtle soups. And this final turtle soup, what is this one? What is this one?
Unfortunately.
Reversal.
Range.
A reversal / range, right? But this one is a clear, obvious range. So I would classify this one as a range turtle soup. Now, the thing is, all of these are ranges. Range, yes or no? Range high, range low. Range high, range low. Range high, range low. Range high, range low. Kind of fucked up range over there. Range high, range low. Right, range high, range low. All of these are ranges. Go back to this. Go see what it gives you. There's always trend range, trend range, trend range, trend range. Consolidation, turtle soup expansion. Consolidation, turtle soup expansion. Consolidation, turtle soup expansion. Reversal, right? And then consolidation, turtle soup expansion. Consolidation, turtle soup expansion. Consolidation, turtle soup, my entry, expansion. Right?
What you're
Consolidation,
talking about right now is core content, right?
turtle soup expansion. I don't know where it is, but see when he speaks about this, I don't know. I don't think I haven't heard him mention. He's mentioned the states of the market. Obviously, consolidation,
State of the
reversal,
market, yeah.
exactly. But this is different. This is the market is always in consolidation or expansion, one of the two, right? Consolidation, expansion, consolidation, and so on, right? So the point is not to memorize, but to realize the kinds of turtle soups that happen, right? I'll show you one on the lower time frame, just for for niceness sake.
I have a question.
Tell me before I go. What's up?
Around BTC around that 32,000-34,000 range.
Right?
In order for you to confirm a turtle soup, what would you want to see in that area? Because in this case, it's a consolidation, manipulation, and expansion on the downside. But what, in order for you to say that it's a turtle soup, what would you have seen on the downside? Because it took out the significant low, 6 months low on the left hand side.
You mean
So-
very good. So you're talking about this one here, right? This one here, right? This one?
Yeah. It took out
So
the
you're
significant. Yeah.
You're asking why did the range low not give a bounce?
Yeah.
All right. A range is either broken or turtle souped, right? That's how you know. It's either
Come again?
truly broken or falsely broken. So you have to be aware of that when you're trying to trade a range. When you reach an extremity of a range, then you can expect it to be either broken falsely or truly. How do you differentiate? Chart time, PD array, and the reaction and the market profiles, right?
The reason why I got this question is, it looks like the same like we saw around that 69 area. It took out the significant high, and again it manipulated the high
And
around the
here's one
69
more
area.
thing. Ranges don't range forever. That's an important thing, a mistake you'll make. You expect this to range forever, right? This is a distributive top. This is a distribution top, right? So they accumulate for all these years, on years, or a couple of months, right? Almost a year. They're gathering positions, humongous positions, right? Creating a distributive top, right? Which I'll talk about later on. Not. There's no time for it right now. Distributing and accumulating, manipulating. All the positions are fucked up here. They load the bags and boom, right? So at some point, a range is going to break, my friend. That's for you to find out. using market profiles, a higher time frame PDRA, in this case, a breaker, by the way, right? If you look at the higher time frame, the weekly, it always goes back and circles back to a higher time frame key level. Always. Right? A breaker FVG. Yes or no? We're closing below the body. That's not a good sign, is it? Right here. Right?
Yeah.
When in doubt, zoom out.
Thanks for the clarification.
Hey Romeo, I know. Do you have time for one example?
Of what?
Like you said, like in your tweets back in the day, you said intermediate highs can't be turtle soup, but they can be taken.
They can be turtle souped, but they can't be broken if you're bullish. Here's an example right here. What is this? High right here. They rebalance the FVG. Intermediate term high, right?
Yeah.
What happened to a turtle soup? That's the concept.
Can I show you an example on
Show
the
me.
currency pair?
Yes, but not now. When we're done,
Okay.
then we'll see the FAQs, right? I'll make sure to check yours later on, right? Because that's an individual question in a group setting, so it's not fair, right?
Yeah. All right.
So, finally, the entry technique. But the time's up, so you'll get it. You'll get the entry technique. How long this game has been, by the way? 10, 11, 1, 2.
6 hours on the
Well,
official lecture.
gorgeous. Plus the 3 hours before, right?
Yes,
That would
yes.
go for 9 hours straight. And I can go for
Negative.
9
You're trying to get us divorced.
Hey, I gave you double the time, huh? It was 4 hours, and I still haven't gone through half the content. So whatever.
Yeah.
I'll give you the summary. Right, the summary is what you've seen. It's a 9 hour summary, but if you read between the lines, then you'll notice what I'm talking about. Right? It's not hidden. It's not being hidden on purpose. It's right there. The 3 types of turtle soups is what I'm looking for all the time. That's a summary. Right? Three kinds of turtle soup. Continuation turtle soups. Within the correct market profile. Reversal turtle soups. And they're all connected, by the way. Reversal turtle souped. And finally, arranging turtle soup, which happens all the time in between. Trend range, trend range, trend range, right? Now, I will show you one example for the entry technique because we're running out of time. I wish I could show more, but there's it's all over my Twitter anyway. But for the sake of the 4 hours, which became 9 hours, you can have an example. If you remember, the low of the week that I called the week before this week. So the low of the week, not this week, previous week on ES. The entry technique, you have 5 entry techniques, all right? You have 1, you have 2, you have 3, so you go to the area to be souped, where you suspect a soup to happen, right? You go over here, you go to the 4 hour. So you have a key level already, right? You have a weekly FVG. You have a range over here, range high, range low. Yes or no? Range high, range low. right over here. Did it expand above the range high? Right over here. Did the price expand above the range high?
No.
What did it do above the range high?
Reversed.
No.
Consolidated.
What was it doing up
Accumulation.
there? You were saying?
It consolidated.
Exactly. And what do we think when we see consolidation above a high?
They're loading up their bag.
Exactly. Right? If they had the bag ready for a long, they'd be up already, like this one. Look at this high. Full. They gave you a PDOA at the high, right? And they went. The location of the PDOA is important. So, range high, range low. Let me show you a picture, which you had seen the previous week and probably didn't make sense to you, but now it'll make a bit more sense. Right? Select two items, forward, right here. Right? Range high, range low. Yes, the same exact chart over here in front of you. Now, when did I find the entry? That's a question, isn't it? And how can you enter?
I mean, personally, I would enter at the first spike.
You have 5 different entry techniques. 5 different entry techniques. 1, 2, and 3. Right? So entry technique number 1, a higher time frame PDOA entry with a higher time frame PDOA loss or stop loss. Sit forward, all of you. Sit forward and pay attention more now, huh? Second technique is using an intermediate term, high or low to the left, which you trust as a stop loss. Third technique is a lower time frame change in the state of delivery. Right? So basically, we saw order flow. You probe order flow in lower time frame, and you enter. Because if you look at it, there's always a turtle soup somewhere, right? Turtle soup here, yes or no? Turtle soup, right? Turtle soup here, turtle soup here. So how can you enter this move? Turtle soup here, right? There's always a turtle soup somewhere in the chart. Turtle soup here, right? There's always a turtle soup, but no one knows how to enter it. Well, these are the 5 different ways in which you can enter a turtle soup. Right over here, turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle soup, all over the place, right? There's soups all over the place. It's simply a matter of selecting the correct ones or the more valid ones. So be picky. You don't see me shorting every single high and low. So you can blindly short the range high, which has a pretty high accuracy rate, by the way, but it has a lower risk to reward, right? That's not fun, is it? It's not good for social media. They have a 1 to 2 or something, right? So 1 to 2 is a good consideration if you are shorting or longing a range high or low using a higher time frame PDOA stop loss, right? And you can go back to this yourself. Entry number 2 is looking for an intermediate term low to trust, as I did over here, right? Blending it with time of day, which I won't be talking about right now, right? Only price now. So the range high short was because of this. Go to the 1 hour time frame. Love fast price action. Bunch of gamblers, right? So we have a shift in market structure. Yes or no? Do you see it?
After the last,
Do you see the valid shift in market structure?
Yes.
All right. So we're breaking highs, and then we start rejecting highs, and we break a low market profile. Right. If you watch my last video on YouTube, it is exactly this trade, right? With the same logic. Break the low, break the low. The rule of the bullish profile is any of the bearish profile is any pop above a high is to be
Retrace.
smack back down, right? In a bullish market, you buy below lows. In a bearish market, you sell above highs, right? And this was my entry right here. Stop loss was over here, right? And FVG candle high, and collapse completely, right? That's entry number 2. Entry number 3 is you go up there and look for a 1 minute to change, which I'm not going to go through, right? That's the least favorite. Entry number 4 and 5 belong to me. I'm sorry. So, but these are good enough. These are more than enough.
You stated 4 and 5 on your Twitter.
I didn't.
You didn't. Okay. I thought.
They belong to me, my friend.
Okay.
So, but these are good enough, right? So let's look at the weekly low I called over here, right?
Quick question.
Before we finish, let me just show the example, right? And then you can ask. Just give me 1 minute. Not too long. So, long position. You enter at the FVG itself, right? This is the higher time from entry with a higher time from stop loss. Stop loss below the FVG candle, as it does, because stop losses are placed below the PD arrays that you're choosing to trust. And then you have the target as the February highs. As you can see, the risk reward is pretty shitty, which is why it's not my method of choice. But it's doable. It's doable. 1-to-1, not bad. Next up, the one I chose to take down here was you buy below the low, right? Because it's a bullish market. Yes or no? Breaking
Yes,
the
correct.
highs.
Presumably, yeah.
In a bullish market, it's a continuation turtle soup, right? In a bullish market, we buy below lows. Any dump below low is a buy, right? Bullish market, turtle soup into a higher time frame PD array. This is textbook, right? Textbook. Long below, you can blindly long below the low. Based on what? Based on choosing the correct stop loss. So enter here, stop loss. I put mine over here, right? Right over here at this intermediate term low. My target was up here. This is a more relaxed entry, and it is more comfortable, basically. It is a lot more comfortable, right? And the final entry, of course, is the lower time frame 1-2 minute entry. Right? You can do that if you want. You can do that if you want, but I don't. I prefer entry 4 and 5, and this one. My favorite are this 4 and 5. You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna.
Hey, Romeo.
To one of my ways. Tell me what's up.
For your 4
For
and 5,
the intermediate
is this-
term lower high that you trust, does it have to be on the same time frame?
No, that's 3, not 4.
I'm asking you for 4 and 5. I don't want to ruin it for everybody. For yourself.
No, is that number 3?
Counting
5.
candles.
4 and 5, my friend, will be discussed maybe someday. Maybe someday. Maybe
Oh,
one
are you
day.
saying if I choose a lower time frame intermediate term high to trust, that's not number 3?
That is number 3. right?
Right.
Which is intermediate term. So this is exactly to the tick almost. Based on what same logic? Breaking highs, turtle soup continuation, right? Turtle soup continuation trade based on the same logic I'm telling you. The second one is an intermediate term high or low to trust. Third one is a 1 minute shift in market structure, the correct way, not the memorized parrot way, right?
Oh no, but for the
based-
intermediate term high or low, what time frame do you have to use?
It's
the
fractal.
time of entry, like right now, this is what I did literally. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find the screenshots of the before and after.
Like, could you have used a 1 hour intermediate term low to trust, or a 15-minute?
Again, this one's gonna go down to you and your experience, right? In my experience, what I trust personally, because you can't trust except something you've seen a bunch of times, right? Even people, right? You trust things you're familiar with. So a concept, when it's new to you, it's foreign to you, you don't trust it. You have to try it, fail, try, fail, try, fail. You'll know exactly which one. You'll know why I didn't choose this one, for example, and this one instead, right? That's the question. Why didn't I choose this one? This one instead. That comes to you and your own chart time and the way you see it, right? But generally speaking, an intermediate term low should hold or be turtle souped, right? So if you're really conservative, you can go down here. You can go down there. What day was this? This was on the Wednesday, the 26th. Let me see if I have a screenshot of the entry at the time of the entry with the stop loss placement. If I don't, then unlucky.
Wouldn't that be a breaker?
What's a breaker?
To the where that wick is,
This?
to the left.
This?
Yeah.
Maybe. I prefer breakers to be a thick, bulky green candle before a downwards purge, right? Or vice versa. I'm saying random candles. That's just me.
Yeah.
Hey, Romeo, could you show us some examples on the 5 minutes like you do on your YouTube videos?
A 5 minute what? Entry?
Yeah, like this is all on higher time frame. Like most of us here would be on scalping.
If you don't know how to deal with the higher time frame, then you have no business going to the lower time frames, right? You just don't. If you're not confident in your higher time frame analysis, then you shouldn't be playing around with the lower time frames.
No, I'm asking the concepts that you thought right now. We could use this for precise entries on the lower time frames, right?
Of course, it's all fractal. Everything is fractal. The market profile is fractal. The higher time frame relative to the current time frame is fractal. Everything's fractal. Fractal. Right?
Hey Romeo, before you go, can we go back to the question that I had about UJ?
Let me see if there's anything left. 1 second. Let me go and see through the notebook. What's your question?
On
It's
the
not
4
turtle
hour.
soup related, by the way. If it's not turtle soup related, I'll answer it to you in the DMs, right? Because I don't want to stray from the main topic. So let's see. USD JPY, right?
Yeah.
All right.
On the 4 hour, if you scroll back to March, you see the high. It looks like it's on the 7th, 8th. Yeah. All right, so that's a high, and then you have the intermediate high right there to the left.
This was, I shorted this. I remember this.
To the
This
left.
was a reversal turtle soup. accumulation, manipulation, distribution, leaving equal lows behind. This was my short.
Well,
It was a clean setup. What's the question?
my question is that intermediate high before the fall of that, before that big red candle.
This one.
Yeah.
All right.
So like, my question is, that was the intermediate high. Would that be turtle soup? Because coming back to like current time.
Side note. Entry 1, turtle soup. Entry 2, FVG/order block. Entry 3, OTE, right here. Retracement. Always. Right? So you have 3 opportunities to enter. So you're saying, should you expect this high to be souped?
No, okay, yeah, I can see where I messed up. Yeah, I didn't see that high. I didn't consider that as a high. Yeah, that's where I messed up.
All right. All good.
Hey, Romeo, one last question. You spoke about the CBDR and the deviations, right? And in the morning, you said that you do apply CBDR to indices. But I have a screenshot of ICT saying that CBDR, the time window that you thought for Forex is not the same for indices.
All right.
So how do we do that? Okay, one sec.
Again, standard deviations, I don't they're not the be all end all, right? You can consider them, you can use them. But the main focus is not the CBDR, right? It's a reference point of a range expansion. That's the idea, because ranges can be expanded, right? Ranges expand, and when they break out, they have a target. The target is the deviation of the range, all right? So when you break out of any range in general, then the target is going to be an expansion in increments of 0.5 of the same exact range you broke out of, right?
Right. But that deviation level should be in confluence with the higher time frame PDRA, right? That's what he teaches in month 8.
It's always liquidity pools, right? And time. Right. Liquidity pools and time. And then you apply anything else, right?
All right, but you're saying that the CPDR time is the same, which he teaches for Forex.
That's the one I use. I could be wrong, but it works pretty good so far. So if it ain't broke, you can fix it.
On the CPDR, you use
2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Again, these timings are variable, right? Because they're based on his studies of the open, hollow, and close, right? So in my opinion, you should you can tailor them to your needs, right? You can literally trade 1 hour candles if you want. So time. I would recommend, especially for those who were just getting into it, at least before you talk about the deeper understandings of time, right? Before you talk about the deeper delvings of time, first of all, master the kill zones, right? And then you can go look for them.
Okay.
Of course. That's what we hear.
Exactly.
What will be the plans for the next week?
Next week is it was 4 hours. I gave you all 9, huh? By the way.
Right.
So you did. I didn't notice.
Yep. Now you do. So next week is going to be simply an FAQ, and that's it. That's
Will you be talking about trade management, like moving your stop losses or taking partials?
That will be in the FAQs, right? That's an important topic. So I'm looking for the FAQs to be. I'm gonna see what you guys think and what you guys are asking, right? I'll collectively answer the question.
Romeo.
In a stream next week, which will last 1 hour, and then our deal ends, my friends. No more Romeo live streams, sadly. You were saying? Tell me.
Romeo, I just want to ask, like you are showing right now that you are sharing your screen right now. I just wondering on how are you marking the range? I mean, I will mark the different range of yours from yours range.
you will mark it different because you're wrong, right? Because
Yeah.
you're applying it and trying to get it right from the first time. Now, that's an important part. Thanks for bringing that up. Learning, right? When you come to learning, then expect a lot of error, right? It'll work. It'll be beautiful and works. You'll enjoy the feeling of being right, but expect error. That's number one. Expect horrible handwriting, whatever. Expect error. Second of all, study by yourself and observe by yourself. Don't wait to be spoon-fed and don't wait to be handheld, right? I will correct mistakes, common mistakes, which I've warned about, like the profiling of the market is going to save you a lot of money if you profile correctly. I will correct general mistakes. I don't mind. I do it for free all the time on Twitter, right? As long as you get the concept. But pinpointing small, obvious things which you should be studying by yourself, nope. I'm not going to do that, right? So study by yourself, not on social media. If you have made a mistake, dissect the mistake. It'll always make sense and always go back to time, market profiles, and the higher time frame PD array. If you take away anything from here, it's the higher time frame PD array. So study by yourself and journal and tape read heftily. There's 1,200 people over here, right? Some of them snuck in, so fuck them. They deserve it. Out of the 1,200, I'm not sure how many will be souping turtles properly. Right? Probably not so many. Why? Because they won't.
One of them is Jemery.
One of them is who?
Jemery.
Who's that guy?
That fool from Twitter.
I have no idea. Jemery? Who's Jemery?
Jemery.
Who's
It's,
that?
I think it's Jeremy.
The fucking guy with that posted a pic.
Jeremy, not Jemery.
Jeremy.
Jemery.
He's
Oh,
here
Jeremy.
somewhere.
I mean, if he's white, he didn't confirm payment. So if he's watching, then, fuck you, Jeremy. So, I kind of like him. He's a cool dude. So it's fine. So study, and those of you who tape reads the turtle soups more will perform better, right? If you try and enter with max slot because, Romeo said it, so let me enter it. Nope. Those who tape read the most will learn the most, all right? If you try and apply it and you fuck up and you say, oh, what is this? If you give up early, right, then you deserve the loss and the nothingness which you'll rot in forever, right? If you tape read, congratulations. I have a bunch of students, whatever you want to call them, they're souping pretty much like me, right? Almost. Of course, you can't soup like me, but I have some of them who are souping pretty much the same entries, more or less like me. They're simply working hard. That's all they're doing. Tape reading again and again, understanding the higher time frame and the different types of turtle soups. So write that down. So if I have to summarize all of these 9 hours, which is a fucking lot of time, right? Rule number 1. Rule number 1. I'm not going to say it. You know it. When in doubt, zoom out. Profile the market. And identify the type of turtle soup you're looking for. Tape read using this summary, and you will be golden. If you divert, or if you stray from the path, which is the summary, then you will not make it. You will not make it. You are not going to make it.
Romeo, real quick. when we were talking about top of the Bitcoin, and I was saying that I wouldn't trade the 50% of that range that we were talking about. You said you were gonna share something. I forgot what it was.
Which is the stop run. Where do stop runs occur? At the 50%.
No. You said you were gonna share a screenshot or something. I think.
Screenshot of what?
I'm not sure. I forgot.
No. If I was going to share something about that, right, then it was probably the 50% that of each range, right, there's a 50% turtle soup for continuation. That's a model by itself. So this is the summary. This is the summary of the whole. So if you're going to leak it, leak this, right? And fuck you. There.
I mean, it's more than that, though.
There's always more, and I will probably never be able to give it all to anyone, right?
Of course.
But
But the ones that get it.
the ones that get it decline this shit. So yes, the ones that get it, but probably no one's gonna get it the way I do. Sadly, turtle soup especially. I highly doubt that that's possible.
That's
But,
4 and 5.
This is the closest, right? This is fucking 9 hours of material. Enjoy.
And why do you say that?
Why do I say what?
That people aren't going to get close?
No, get close to my understanding of turtle soup.
Yes.
Put in the same hours, maybe you will.
He shared
How long did you?
3, and the
Yes.
4 and 5 are his.
More than you can imagine, my friend. More than you can imagine, believe me. So,
4 or 5 are noticeable, though.
you're not gonna get that, my friend. Believe me, you won't get it. With a GIF, huh? You wouldn't get it. So,
It's there, though, right?
I mean, you can look for it, but you'll probably not get it. That belongs to me. So,
That's what ICT said.
yeah, well, that's the truth, isn't it? So, that's all, folks. I hope you found that insightful and useful. You got double what you paid for, right? And 1 hour extra next week. But the important thing to me is not the hours. It's that some of you, not all of you, because most of you are gonna get fucked. I know it, because 95% of traders lose money. But if some of you turn out to be good turtle supers, especially with this 9 hour content, then that will be enough for me.
Hey, before you go, can you not close the group so we can, like, chat amongst ourselves?
You cannot chat amongst yourselves. That is forbidden.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for the
Maybe-
presentation, Romeo.
Maybe for the FAQs,
Thank
I'll
you.
open a temporary group chat. We'll see. I'll let you guys know, right?
Thank you so
And,
much,
you're
Romeo.
welcome.
Enjoyed that, man.
I hope you found it insightful. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I hope you put it to work. If you don't put it to work, it's pretty much useless. A waste of your time, your money, and my time and my throat, my voice.
That would be such a disrespect.
I know, right? So you better go into Soup and Turtles right now. Let's see.
Let's make some money.
This turtle soup on Bitcoin right now on a 5-minute chart. I just got in.
Again, study in private. Never study publicly. That's the best way to get wrecked. Study in private. When it's ready, show it. And that's all for now, folks. That's a long ass. I hope someone has a recording, by the way. I hope one of
I
you
hope
has a
so, too.
Yes, we
Wait,
have.
before you go,
We have.
Okay, can you please send me the recording to my DM, right? And I'll give you an extra entry ticket. How's that?
Yes, of course. You'll get it.
Yeah,
before you
I have it too.
And please let it be an HD recording, all right? something clear. I will choose the clearest recording, right, and upload it to the group.
Before you go, you are using the CBDR.
Yes. I hope we find it useful, guys. I hope you enjoy the method. A to Z, to be honest. That was a misleading title. More like A to X, A to Y. And looking forward to seeing you guys in the future somewhere. Who knows? So take care.
Get on the beach.
Take care.
Thank you so much, Romeo. See you, mate.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.